Exodus 7 through 9. Yahweh said to Moses, Behold, I have made you as God to Pharaoh, and Aaron your brother shall be your prophet. You shall speak all that I command you, and Aaron your brother shall speak to Pharaoh, that he let the sons of Israel go out of his land. I will harden Pharaoh's heart, and multiply my signs and my wonders in the land of Egypt, but Pharaoh will not listen to you. So I will lay my hand on Egypt, and bring out my armies, my people, the sons of Israel, out of the land of Egypt by great judgments. The Egyptians shall know that I am Yahweh, when I stretch out my hand on Egypt, and bring the sons of Israel out from among them. Moses and Aaron did so, as Yahweh commanded them, so they did. Moses was 80 years old, and Aaron 83 years old, when they spoke to Pharaoh. Yahweh spoke to Moses and to Aaron, saying, When Pharaoh speaks to you, saying, Perform a miracle, then you shall tell Aaron, Take your staff and cast it down before Pharaoh, and it will become a serpent. Moses and Aaron went into Pharaoh, and they did so, as Yahweh had commanded. Aaron cast down his staff before Pharaoh and before his servants, and it became a serpent. Then Pharaoh also called for the wise men and the sorcerers. They also, the magicians of Egypt, did the same thing with their enchantments, for each one threw down his staff, and they became serpents. But Aaron's staff swallowed up their staffs. Yet Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and he did not listen to them as Yahweh had spoken. Yahweh said to Moses, Pharaoh's heart is stubborn. He refuses to let the people go. Go to Pharaoh in the morning. Behold, he is going out to the water. You shall stand by the Nile's bank to meet him. You shall take the staff which was turned into a serpent in your hand. You shall tell him, Yahweh, the God of the Hebrews, has sent me to you, saying, Let my people go, that they may serve me in the wilderness. Behold, until now you have not listened. This is what Yahweh says. In this you shall know that I am Yahweh. Behold, I will strike with the staff that is in my hand on the waters which are in the Nile, and they shall be turned to blood. The fish that are in the Nile will die, and the Nile will become foul, and the Egyptians will find difficulty in drinking water from the Nile. Then Yahweh said to Moses, Tell Aaron, take your staff and stretch out your hand over the waters of Egypt, over their rivers, over their streams, and over their pools, and over all their ponds of water, that they may become blood. There will be blood throughout all the land of Egypt, both in vessels of wood and in vessels of stone. Moses and Aaron did so as Yahweh commanded, and he lifted up the staff and struck the waters that were in the Nile, in the sight of Pharaoh and in the sight of his servants, and all the waters that were in the Nile were turned to blood. The fish that were in the Nile died, and the Nile became foul. The Egyptians could not drink water from the Nile, and the blood was throughout all the land of Egypt. The magicians of Egypt did the same thing with their enchantments. So Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and he did not listen to them, as Yahweh had spoken. Pharaoh turned and went into his house, and he did not even take this to heart. All the Egyptians dug around the Nile for water to drink, for they could not drink from the water of the Nile. 7 days were fulfilled after Yahweh had struck the Nile. Yahweh spoke to Moses, Go into Pharaoh and tell him, This is what Yahweh says, Let my people go, that they may serve me. If you refuse to let them go, behold, I will plague all your borders with frogs. The Nile will swarm with frogs, which will go up and come into your house, and into your bedroom, and into your bed, and into the house of your servants, and all your people, and into your ovens, and into your kneading troughs. The frogs shall come up, both on you and your people, and on all your servants. Then Yahweh said to Moses, Tell Aaron, stretch out your hand with your staff over the rivers, over the streams, and over the pools, and cause frogs to come up on the land of Egypt. So Aaron stretched out his hand over the waters of Egypt, and the frogs came up and covered the land of Egypt. The magicians did the same thing with their enchantments, and brought up frogs on the land of Egypt. Then Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron and said, Entreat Yahweh, that he remove the frogs from me and my people, and I will let the people go, that they may sacrifice to Yahweh. Moses said to Pharaoh, I give you the honor of setting the time that I should pray for you, and for your servants, and for your people, that the frogs be destroyed from you and your houses, and remain in the Nile only. Then he said, Tomorrow, Moses said, Let it be according to your word, that you may know that there is no one like Yahweh our God. The frogs shall depart from you, and from your houses, and from your servants, and from your people. They shall remain in the Nile only. Then Moses and Aaron went out from Pharaoh, and Moses cried to Yahweh concerning the frogs which he had brought on Pharaoh. And Yahweh did according to the word of Moses, and the frogs died out of the houses, out of the courts, out of the fields. They gathered them together in heaps, and the land stank. But when Pharaoh saw that there was a respite, he hardened his heart and did not listen to them as Yahweh had spoken. Then Yahweh said to Moses, Tell Aaron, stretch out your staff and strike the dust of the earth, that it may become lice through the land of Egypt. They did so, and Aaron stretched out his hand with his staff and struck the dust of the earth, and there were lice on man and on animal. All the dust of the earth became lice throughout all the land of Egypt. Now the magicians tried with their enchantments to produce lice, but they could not. There were lice on man, on animal. Then the magicians said to Pharaoh, This is God's finger. But Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and he did not listen to them, as Yahweh had spoken. Now Yahweh said to Moses, Rise up early in the morning and stand before Pharaoh. Behold, he comes out of the water, and tell him, This is what Yahweh says, Let my people go, that they may serve me. Else, if you were to not let my people go, behold, I will send swarms of flies on you, and on your servants, and on your people, and into your houses. The houses of the Egyptians shall be full of swarms of flies, and also the ground they are on. I will set apart in that day the land of Goshen, in which my people dwell, that no swarms of flies shall be there, to the end you may know that I am Yahweh on the earth. I will put a division between my people and your people. This sign shall happen by tomorrow. Then Yahweh did so, and there came grievous swarms of flies into the house of Pharaoh, into his servants' houses, in all the land of Egypt. The land was corrupted by reason of swarms of flies. Pharaoh called for Moses and for Aaron and said, Go, sacrifice to your God in the land. Moses said, It is not appropriate to do so, for we shall sacrifice the abominations of the Egyptians to Yahweh our God. Behold, if we sacrifice the abomination of the Egyptians before their eyes, will they not stone us? We will go 3 days' journey into the wilderness and sacrifice to Yahweh our God as he shall command us. Pharaoh said, I will let you go, that you may sacrifice to Yahweh your God in the wilderness, only you shall not go very far away. Plead for me, Moses said. Behold, I am going out from you. I will pray to Yahweh that the swarms of flies may depart from Pharaoh, from his servants, and from his people. Tomorrow only do not let Pharaoh deal deceitfully again in not letting the people go to sacrifice to Yahweh. So Moses went out from Pharaoh and prayed to Yahweh. And Yahweh did according to the words of Moses, and he removed the swarms of flies from Pharaoh, from his servants, and from his people. There remained not one. But Pharaoh hardened his heart this time also, and he did not let his people go. Then Yahweh said to Moses, Go in to Pharaoh and tell him, this is what Yahweh, the God of the Hebrews, says. Let my people go, that they may serve me. For if you refuse to let them go and hold them still, behold, the hand of Yahweh is on your livestock, which is in the field, on the horses, on the donkeys, on the camels, on the herds, and on the flocks, with a very grievous pestilence. But Yahweh will make distinction between the livestock of Israel and the livestock of Egypt, and nothing shall die in all that belongs to the sons of Israel. Yahweh appointed a set time, saying, tomorrow Yahweh shall do this thing in the land, and Yahweh did that thing in the next day. And all the livestock of Egypt died. But the livestock of the sons of Israel, not one died. Pharaoh sent, and behold, there was not so much as one of the livestock of Israelites dead. But the heart of Pharaoh was stubborn, and he did not let the people go. Yahweh said to Moses and to Aaron, take handfuls of ashes of the furnace, and let Moses sprinkle it towards the sky in the sight of Pharaoh. It shall become small dust over all the land of Egypt, and will become boils breaking out with sores on man and on animal throughout all the land of Egypt. They took ashes of the furnace and stood before Pharaoh, and Moses sprinkled it up towards the sky, and it became boils breaking out with sores on man and on animal. The magicians could not stand before Moses because of the boils, for the boils were on the magicians and on all the Egyptians. And Yahweh hardened the heart of Pharaoh, and he did not listen to them, as Yahweh had spoken to Moses. Then Yahweh said to Moses, rise up early in the morning and stand before Pharaoh and tell him, this is what Yahweh, the God of the Hebrews, says, let my people go, that they may serve me. For this time I will send all my plagues against your heart, against your officials, and against your people, that you may know that there is no one like me on all the earth. For now I have stretched out my hand and struck you and your people with pestilence, and you would have been cut off from the earth. But indeed, for this cause I have made you stand, to show you my power, and that my name may be declared throughout all the earth, because you still exalt yourself against my people, that you will not let them go. Behold, tomorrow, about this time, I will cause it to rain a very heavy hail. Such has not been in Egypt since the day it was founded, even until now. Now therefore, command that all your livestock and all that you have in the field be brought into shelter. The hail will come down on every man and animal that is found in the field and is not brought home, and they will die. Those who feared the word of Yahweh among the servants of Pharaoh made their servants and their livestock flee into their houses. Whoever did not respect the word of Yahweh left his servants and his livestock in the field. Now Yahweh said to Moses, stretch out your hand toward the sky, that there may be hail in all the land of Egypt, on man and on animal, and on every herb of the field throughout the land of Egypt. Moses stretched out his staff toward the heavens, and Yahweh sent thunder and hail, and lightning flashed down to the earth. And Yahweh rained hail on the land of Egypt. So there was very severe hail, and lightning mixed with the hail, such as had not been in the land of Egypt since it became a nation. The hail struck throughout all the land of Egypt, all that was in the field, both man and animal. And the hail struck every herb of the field, and broke every tree of the field. Only in the land of Goshen, where the sons of Israel were, there was no hail. Then Pharaoh sent and called for Moses and Aaron, and said to them, I have sinned this time. Yahweh is righteous. I and my people are wicked. Pray to Yahweh, for there has been enough of mighty thunderings and hail. I will let you go, and you shall stay no longer. Moses said to him, as soon as I have gone out of the city, I will spread out my hands to Yahweh. The thunders shall cease, and there will be hail no longer, that you may know that the earth belongs to Yahweh. But as for you and your servants, I know that you do not fear Yahweh God. The flax and the barley were struck, and the barley had ripened, and the flax was blooming. But the wheat and the spelt were not struck, for they had not grown up. Moses went out of the city from Pharaoh and spread out his hands to Yahweh, and the thunders and hail ceased, and the rain was not poured on the earth. When Pharaoh saw that the rain and the hail and the thunders had ceased, he sinned yet more and hardened his heart, he and his servants. The heart of Pharaoh was hardened, and he did not let the sons of Israel go, just as Yahweh had spoken through Moses.